Hey guys, so I know I'm looking a little road hard right now, hence why I'm wearing this hat, because my hair looks terrible. I've been non-stop on mountains lately. I had a 3-day Baker Coleman Deming climb into a 5-day advanced alpine sort of course where we did some ice climbing, and then we ended up climbing the North Ridge of Mount Baker, and I just got down from that. Is 4:30 or so on a Friday, and now I'm heading back out tomorrow for a 3-day North Ridge of Baker climb. So I had to make this video right now, but right now I'm in a parking lot in Cedro-Woolley, just hanging out, taking all this trash out of my backpack and putting in new food for more trash for the next trip. But I wanted to take the time to talk about some Petzl Ice Axes. So this is, well, everyone knows this one. This is a Petzl Ice Axe. As you can tell from the video, it doesn't look super used. That's because it's not. I was fortunate enough to have one of my services, MER Adventures, that I work for. If you would like to hire me through MER Adventures, then you can come in contact with me. But thanks to the generous people at Petzl, they decided to give some of the MER full-time guides some free gear. So we got to choose whatever gear we wanted. Some people chose harnesses, other people choose ice screws. I wanted another Sumtech. If you're no stranger to my other videos, I've had this Sumtech now for a good couple of years, maybe 3 or 4. I've used it a whole lot. You can see sort of wear on the hammer and all the scratches on it, just to prove that I actually do use these axes, and I really liked it. I love the length of the shaft, and I love the pick and the angle, and just the utilitarian setup of this axe I love so much. So I've always wanted to get another one, so that way I could have a pair of them for like real good alpine ice climbing. And now, thanks to Petzl and MER and all those folks, I have one. Even though I got this axe for free, I got it because I really like these axes, and I think that it can do a whole lot for me. Now, I got the ads version because I already had the hammer version. Of course, I'm going to buy the hammer so that way I can have 2 hammer axes. But the ads was just for, it wasn't so much for the ads, it was more for the rest of the axe. Since I haven't really used this axe too much, that's no big deal, just because I've been on Baker a whole lot lately. I've been using some different tools. For the North Ridge, I've been using different tools. But one axe I did pick up this year, and I have been using on Baker a lot, is this Petzl Glacier Litre. I don't really know how to say that part, but it's the Glacier Blue Handle axe. This is the 50 centimeter version. And then I sort of pimped it out up here by taking a insulated pad and taping it over the head. So that way when I hold it while I'm walking up the glacier, it doesn't make my hands as cold. So that's just that little feature is only available in this model. You can always make your own. But I've been using this axe for all of my glacier mountaineering courses I've been teaching, and all of my Coleman Deming climbs. There have been a lot of those lately because it's the season for it. Early season, you know, is a lot more of the more casual routes, and then now we're getting into the part of the season where I'm starting to shift to more technical climbing. And so I'll probably start doing only technical climbing actually in the next coming weeks here, and then I'll switch to more technical tools. The final Petzl tool I want to talk about in this video is this thing. It's called the Gully. This one I've also used a couple of times now. I just picked it up this year, and I kind of originally got this to be a secondary tool. So the way how I envisioned myself was using these 2 tools on like the Fisher Chimneys of Shuckson. I have my sort of real tool here that I use for anything on glacier, you know, just holding, walking across the glacier. There's some steep snow climbing on Winnie's Slide, and then also getting into Hell's Highway. There's some steep snow climbing, and so I would hold up the axe, and then that's when I would bring out my secondary tool. Secondary tool is a lighter tool that's usually not quite as fully featured as your primary tool, but it's good when you have 2 axes for going up any sort of steep snow, or you can start swinging them for ice, which I know ice isn't super prevalent on like the Fisher Chimneys, but last time I was there last year, the entirety of Winnie's Slide was actually iced over. and all the surface snow pretty much melted off, and we were pretty much ice climbing the whole way. And so that's where 2 tools would have come in handy. I only had one at the time, which was okay, I got up it, but that's my new goal. Is this pairing of the Goalie and the SumTech is like great sort of pairing that'll get you up just about anything in the North Cascades. So yeah, I have a bunch of axes with me. You know, I'm operating out of this van for the entirety of the guide season. I want to be prepared for any objective my client wants to do, and so that's why I have this quiver of ice axes. And thanks to Petzl making such good products, I can really only go to one place and I can get all the specific axes I need. So that's pretty much going into my ice axe quiver. All of those axes are different things that I'll use for different objectives in North Cascades. Anyway, going back to the Petzl SumTech, which is what the video is all about. So I'll give you some specs on it. So we have a T-rated shaft right here. You see the nice curvature to that. A T-rated pick. There's even a little pick right here, or a little T on the pick. And right next to it is ice, because you know it's kind of more of an ice climbing pick. You don't exactly want to do a lot of dry tooling with this thing. There's also the movable pinky rest, which pretty much all of these axes have except for this axe, but you're not going to be swinging it like an ice tool anyway. So you can move that pinky rest down anywhere you want on the shaft, and then right there you can actually swing with this like a real tool. A lot of times, those of you who've seen my videos, I keep the pinky rest up here high on the shaft. I do that with all my tools that have a movable pinky rest, because for the most part I'm using this tool in cane mode, and I want the shaft to be able to plunge into the snow. And then by putting the pinky rest up here, it also gives me a place to choke up if I'm going up a steep snow slope or traversing or whatever. It just gives me a secondary pinky rest. However, if I am climbing with these things, then I'll slide that all the way down to here for the swinging end. I know these axes seem a little long to do some good swinging with, but if you actually compare it to a more technical axe, like this one right here, got a BD Cobra, it's actually about the same size. It's a little bit longer. So it's actually just right for the amount of swing from distance from the head to your hand, and it swings really well at that. This is by far my favorite axe, the most all-around tool on the market in my opinion, and it does everything great. Climbing, walking, even dry tooling. I've done a little bit of dry tooling with these things. The pick is really great, well designed. You have the nice teeth up there for hooking. You have all these teeth down here to hold the pick into the ice. An extremely sharp point right there. You do have the option for head weights to give it a bit more swinging momentum. I don't have any of those, and I don't put them on these tools because I just haven't needed to yet. But that is an option if you want to add some weight to your head to get a better swing. As well as for the hammer one, pounding in pickets I find is really easy with this tool. I know every tool kind of pounds pickets the same way, but there's something about this tool that I can really nail in a picket really fast for either a vertical or a vertical mid clip. The pick for this, all the Petzl picks are actually really solid. Again, if I compare it to my Black Diamond pick, there is a slight difference, which is hard to see in the video. You can see the BD pick right here and the Petzl one. They are just a bit thicker than like BD picks, and so that can make a slight difference. Also, there's probably differences in styles of like the metallarchy into making this thing, but I just find that the Petzl picks are a bit more durable than the Black Diamond picks, which is nice, especially when I'm not using this for ice climbing all the time. And so it just makes the pick last a whole lot longer, and I don't have to waste as much time sharpening down my pick. Well, thanks for watching my video, guys. I know I've been doing a lot of review videos lately, and I promise it didn't work out that way. I just had to make this review video for Petzl, so that way they're happy with me. I would like to thank Petzl again for sending all the Miar guides some cool swag and allowing us to choose the swag that we got. Thanking Miar Adventures also for allowing the opportunity for us to get some free stuff. It's nice when you use this equipment for your living and you already have to buy a lot of it to begin with. It's nice to get a little bit of free stuff every now and again. I look forward to using this axe in the future. Please leave what you think of this axe in the comments below, and also comment on what your favorite axe is for all-around mountain use, because I'm interested in to see if there's any other models on the market that I haven't seen yet. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, there, my guys. We came up from that way here.